Hi everybody, we're back for another Aberdeen Tennis Talk. I'm here today with Kaitlyn Randall, the head coach of the Aberdeen Roncalli girls tennis team. And Kaitlyn, how's the season going so far?
You know, season's going really well. We lost 3 seniors last year, and as a second year as a coach, I couldn't ask for any more. I have a great group of girls. I have that are all really cohesive. They're all friends outside of tennis, great teammates together, and so really you couldn't ask for any more. And you couldn't ask for better competition. They play their hearts out every time, and that's all I can ask as a coach.
Sure. How about then, other than this season, how's the program as a whole?
Program as a whole. So I coached in 2011 the girls and boys, and I coached in 2012 of the boys, and I was the assistant coach. And those years were really special, especially for girls tennis. We were 4th and 5th in the state those years. And then after that, unfortunately we kind of lost a few numbers. We had 2 coaches that passed away, which is absolutely tragic for the program as a whole. But then thankfully, when you have 2 players that come back and coach a program that they were a part of and they helped make, we're trying to build momentum here and make it something special again. And Roncalli tennis has always been special and always will be special. We're the youngest team, or not the youngest, sorry, the smallest school in the state that competes. And that might be, I have to check with Lennox's numbers, but I bet we're still the smallest.
You're probably pretty close, yeah.
Yep, last year we were for sure the smallest school that offered tennis in the state. And to compete like we compete is something special. And then, Erin and I played together. I was a senior the year she was a 7th grader, and I remember Erin playing with her, getting to know her as a teammate. I then went on to coach Erin when I was an assistant, and then Erin and I have gone on to coach with each other. And so when you have people that are intertwined with the program, and then the head coach is J.D. Carrolls, and he played too around the same time I did, it just makes it something special. And so Roncalli holds a very special place in my heart, as I'm sure every school's does in their coach's heart. So it's something that's really special and unique that we're very proud of.
Awesome. And since we're talking about special, how did tennis become so special? How did you get into tennis?
So I got into tennis actually by my cousins, Joey Barnett and Megan Ogren now. Were 2 players for Roncalli as well, and Megan actually coached. I coached with her in 2012. She was the head coach of the girls. They taught my sister Amanda and I how to play tennis, and so tennis is a family thing for us. My parents are terrible, but Amanda and I both, we both got into it. We both played. My sister and I actually played doubles together my sophomore year and her senior year, and it's just been intertwined in my whole life. I've played since I was 10 years old, so for 10 years now. 10 years. No, 15. I'm sorry, 15 years of tennis. Oh my gosh. And so it's been intertwined in my life, and it's just something that's so special to me, to my heart.
Well, all right. And speaking of special to the heart, how about we end every kind of episode with the same thing. What's your personal favorite tennis memory?
Okay, I've been preparing for this,
okay.
and I have 2.
That's fine. 2. Okay, we'll bend the rules. Here we go. We'll have 2 special memories then.
My first one was when I was a sophomore. I played Flight 3 singles, and at Keene Park in Roosevelt on Friday afternoon, I played.
You have it exactly, yeah.
I played a girl from Watertown, Shaylin Bakke. She was actually seeded in the tournament. I think she was 5 or 6 in the tournament, and I went on to beat her in a tiebreaker. It was the longest match I've ever played. It was a 3-hour match. It was the last match to go off that day. Everybody was standing around watching, and I know it's the first court right when you walk into Keene Park, and that was so special to me. I went on to get 6th place that year. I actually lost to Allison Hansen from Aberdeen Central, and that's a whole nother memory. Allison and I played each other all the time growing up, and then my second favorite one, which is probably my favorite one ever, is when I was a senior. I actually had beaten Allison Hansen probably for like one of the only times at the state tournament, and I went on and I was in the second round, and I got up against O'Gorman, of course. It was Teresa Petrasco, and I'll never forget, that was at McKinnon Park. I know exactly the court, and I actually lost the first set, but did actually really well, was up the second set on 2 changeovers. And that was the only time I can remember as a player, Don Barnes coming over to my opponent, who's the O'Gorman coach, and coaching them, because he normally doesn't coach them if he doesn't, if he's not too worried. And so that was really special to me. And my coach at the time, who's now unfortunately passed away, Judy Rosado, I came up to the fence and she said, "Well, I think my work here is done. This is the best tennis I've ever seen you play. I think it's time to graduate." And so that's one of my favorite memories of all time of my whole life. And so it's still special to me to this day.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, here in Aberdeen, if you see, or if you're on the courts around Aberdeen, you're going to see Kaitlyn on the courts, and we hope to see you on the courts.
Yes.